Hi, this is a pilot logbook developed in Visual Basic at a request of a pilot in Algeria. So I've completed the whole project. This is how it all looks like, and I'm just going to show you how it works. Like, I've entered all of the information here. You can always change it to whatever you want. Supposing the departure time here is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning, that means you arrive there after 6 hours if nothing changes here. You can always click on here, click on this total, and that will be increased. Okay, single engine, let's say you were flying single engine, you can also enter that in there. You see all of the information here. Okay, you see there how it goes, but we don't have a single engine on board, so we'll get rid of that and we'll return back to us where we are. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic development environment. We put one of these together and you'll understand more about the layout of the development of this interface, how the pilot logbook looks like really. Okay, let's go straight into Visual Basic development environment, and we put one of these together like I said earlier on. Hi, I just got a request from this guy. He's a pilot. He would like me to develop a pilot logbook system. I believe you guys can see his email there. That's it up here. Okay, would like to create a pilot logbook in VB. I'll be grateful. So let's see what we can do. So I'm going to start by selecting new project, and we select Visual Basic Windows Forms application, and here let's give a program name pilot. I'm going to call it VB underscore pilot logbook there, and let's click on OK. Okay, now that my system is ready, I'm going to define the size to be 1368 by 780 there. The next thing is I'm going to need two components right here. First of all, let's go for label, and the next one I'm going to go for text box. I have label and text box there. Let's change this to multi-line, and this very label let's change that label to auto size, make that false, color make that white, and make that fixed 3D. Get rid of the content inside the label. Let's change the alignment to center, and let's select both and change the size of both to 64 by 27 right there, and just move this here and this here, and select both and just copy across. So I have two right there, and repeat the same thing and so on. So I'm going to have to maybe increase the size of the number 61 according to the instructions sent to me by this pilot. Okay, this one will have to be increased. 1, 2, we have to increase those. Alright, let's speed that up anyway. Okay, this is how it all looks now. So select this, the text box. We're going to need a couple of those, and each of them we will have to give them a name. That's going to be painstaking. Alright, so hold down the control, drag, and I think we've missed one out here. Copy this as well, take it down and take that up. Let's align it. Okay, that's fine. Now select it all, and okay, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for these ones as well. Put it right up here, and this for here. right there. So I'm going to just speed this up and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, now we need one for, let's grab one up there, these very labels. Come on there. Yeah, that's fine. And this very one, I'm just going to copy that and drag it right down. Hold down the control, drag. Okay, right here I have labels. That's where I'm going to show the total hours and so on. So let's delete this one here, and we just take it from there. So I will also add some buttons. Let's delete this. As well. Okay, so let's grab a button, one here and another one here, maybe one here for now. Okay, so I will just speed up the design of the interface, then get back to you guys. Okay guys, I've finished up with the design of the interface for now. Let me just run it to see how it all looks like. Yeah guys, this is how the whole interface looks for now. But the other thing I need to do is to actually give all of these components a name. It's going to be painstaking because it's a lot to name. So let's give them all a name, then we take it from there and find out how to put all of these flight time together. Well, as you can see here, we have the aircraft type. In this case, we have the aircraft there. That might be maybe Cessna 150 or Aztec or Apache or Cessna Citation, Gulfstream, and so on, 747. You can have that in there. And here you have call sign, depend on the country where you come from. It might be 5 November Alpha Whiskey like we have here, 5 November Alpha Whiskey. That's if you are from Nigeria. I think 5 November Alpha Whiskey. I can still remember that plane very well. I think we have 5 November Lima Whiskey, something like that. Okay, yeah, in Britain I think we have Bravo Golf, whatever, until I look at my logbook. And here you have the captain's name, and if you have a co-pilot, you can enter the name of the co-pilot there. Let's say the co-pilot is Oshodi, something like that. And route, let's say flying from Lagos to London Heathrow. Okay, that's supposed to be the time of departure, and arrival time and so on. You enter that in there. So let's say that's about okay, so I guess you all get the whole idea. So what is left for us to do now is let's name all of these components first and start writing some serious code on this system to make it work. So I'm going to start with maybe these. Okay, let's give that a name. So I'm going to click on here and just call that txt type 1. Okay, copy that and let's make it type 1. Then the next one is going to be txt type 2. Okay, then we just entered 2 there, so followed by txt type 3. That's 3, and txt type 4. So what I will do now is just speed up the whole process of this. names and get back to you guys later. Okay guys, I've taken care of all of the interface. This is how it all looks now. So if I run it, just to show you guys how it looks, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, but none of these do anything. So first thing first, let's take care of these two buttons. Let's come right down here, double click on exit. In case of exit, wait, let's declare as follows: dim, let's say exit logbook, let's call it exit pilot logbook. We don't have to write such a long name. As double, no, as a dialog, actually dialog there. So I'm going to copy all of it. Exit pilot logbook equals message box dot show. Then let's enter our comment, confirm if you want to exit. Okay, so exit pilot logbook right there. Now let's enter another method here. Let's call that message box button, and the method will be yes or no. So we also need another one that will be for the icon that we want on our message box. Let's use question there. Alright, let's move this one here so that you can see the rest of, or maybe just okay. Alright, that's fine. Okay, now the next thing is, let's use an if statement. If exit pilot logbook equals dialog result dot yes, then application dot exit there. So from here down here, that will take care of the exits codes. Now for the reset button, that's the reset. Double click on the reset. Imagine you want to write single line of code for all of this method dot text clear, or you can say this that dot clear. Imagine you want to write that for all of this. I don't even know how many objects I have in there, and they are all text box. That's going to take me forever and ever, and that's discouraging. So I'm going to use this very method. Let's say pilot logbook, or pilot log as control. So grouping all of this control together. For each pilot log, no, it's a log there, in me dot controls. Okay, so I have grouped them all together, but if type of pilot log is text box, then we can clear it. Pilot log dot, it doesn't take dot clear. Okay, let's say dot text equals clear there. So look at these lines of code. So if I run it, have a good look at it, both the clear function here and the exit function. So let's run it and see. Okay, I can enter whatever I want in here. Okay, so clear. There we go. You see it's working as expected. Exit, no. Exit, yes, that is fine. So these two works. Now let's take care of the total. Okay, as a pilot, when you are, let's say you need to record all your flying hours, let's go for, yeah, that's the date of your flying hours. Type of aircraft, let's assume you're flying Cessna Citation, let's just say ST Citation 125, Cessna Citation 125, and let's say the registration number happens to be 5 November Alpha Whiskey. Okay, there should be a space there. 5 November Alpha Whiskey. Then the captain, let's say the captain is Paul. We can say it's Captain Paul. Was there any co-pilot on board? Maybe the co-pilot happens to be Mohammed. Mohammed is the guy who requested this program. I think that's the spelling of his name. There's not enough room. Then route, let's say the route happens to be Algeria to London. Okay, departure time, let's say we depart in Algeria, let's say 5. Okay, let's go for maybe 3:00 by, and okay, that's the time of departure. And arrival, let's go for maybe 1800. I think Algeria down here is very close. Okay, are we flying single engine? No, we're flying multi-engine. So the total flight time here, command I as the commander. Okay, in this case, this name doesn't have to be there. The co-pilot's name is not meant to be there. But if it's the co-pilot that is completing this out, then he will have to enter his details there. Total flying hours. Okay, let's say it's Mohammed completing his flying hours out. So we get rid of the captain itself. Then Mohammed, we have to enter his flight details there. That's about 5 hours. Okay, was there night flights? Okay, maybe the night flight, that would be about an hour. So instrument flying would have taken 4 hours. Simulated flying, no. Log landing, maybe 1 landing. If you have any other remark, you can always enter it here. Okay, yes, you can just say maybe none if you don't have any comment. So that's how you complete a pilot logbook. When you click on this, what I want the system to do is to record whatever data you've entered in here. Okay, this single flight hours, nothing, and here, so we should have 5 hours here, and here we should have 1 hour here, 4 hours here, and so on. Okay, that's what the system is meant to do. So that's for Mohammed. Supposing is Captain Paul in charge. In that case, these hours here will be right here. Okay, so that's how you complete a pilot logbook. Now let's face the difficult part of it, and that is putting together all of this information here. From here up to here, we need to write a program to calculate just the flying hours. Exit. Now let's double click on total and declare the following SEIC, which stands for single engine in command. I'm going to make that an array, so let's go for maybe 18 for now, and I'll make it as double. Okay, so let's say single engine in command 0 equals by value txt command 1.text. Right, so that's the very first one. So I can just copy this and change it for the other, since I have about 15 of those, 16 of those actually. Alright, there we go. So all I just need to do is to change the data around. This will be 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, this is how it all looks like, and what I want is to add all of this into LBL, total single engine, right there. So which is going to become dot text. So I now need to add up all of these now. So instead of adding them all individually, I can just maybe come in here, copy all of that. Let's put this here, make this 16, and this one will be 16 here, and carry out all my calculations right here. So this one plus the next one, and so on. Okay, so let's just speed that up. Okay, this is how the very first lot looks like. Okay, I wish I can get an easy way out of this, but it will work anyway. So if I run it, let's say there's no value in here at all, and we click on this, we end up with 0 there. But if we enter some value here, let's say we have 4 there, that's 4 hours, 2 hours, 3, 2, and so on. So we can just add that up, and that gives you the total hours for that, maybe for this first part of the logbook. Alright, so the other thing we need to do is we need these total hours, we need it right in here, and we need it to be updated right here. So we need to get the names of these two there. Okay, so far we have 46 hours. So let's exit, or maybe let's just clear. Alright, so add it here and exit. We need the names of these total hours there, and I need this as well. What is the name of that? Let's see. LBL total. What about the other one here? What is this one called? LBL brought forward, carried forward. Okay, let's change that to carried forward. LBL carried forward. Alright, I'm going to copy carried forward on this one. Total only display everything here. Carried forward is a continuous update. So let's come back in here. Dot text equals, let's say, by value LBL total dot text. Right now this 01 equals this equals by value, LBL, BL, single engine, total hours dot text. Right, now we have that. So single engine total dot text is right. Maybe I should put those in an array as well. So if we click on this, whatever we enter in there, this is wrong. So that's one other thing, we need to prevent the system from accepting characters like this that is wrong. So if we click there, we have 30 hours, but these characters, are they acceptable? No, it's not acceptable. Alright, so let's exit, clear. Right, in the first place, let's take care of that error in there. The system accepted character that is not acceptable. So I'm going to copy all of this here, select it all up to here, right there, and let's come straight into this property here. Or we can do some other method. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. So let's come in here. You see this one, click in there, and let's come into key press. Where's the key press? Right here. And I'm going to give that a name, numbers only. There we go, it's coming up. There we go, guys. So it's grouped all of the component names. Alright, so right in there, so we can enter as follows: if ASCII, let's say e dot key char is less than and equals to 8. Copy this as well. Then let's use another, or let's make it nested if is 48 or 57. Then let's get rid of this. Then we want the system e dot handle equals true, right there. Okay, let's try it all out. There we go. I think we should use a keyboard, so let's grab a keyboard in. If I click in here and try to enter character, you see that it's not working, but we can enter numbers in there, in any of these components, so that's fine. So all that is left for us to do now is to speed up the whole calculation process. So let's do that now. Right here, guys, I've speed up the whole calculation process. This was the very first one. We have the second one here, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, the sixth column, the seventh column, 8th column, 9th column, and the 10th column. Those are all the calculations. They are all the same lines of code, apart from the different variable names and so on, because right up here I've declared all of the variables just to speed it all up. All the variables are all declared as array, so there's going to be 10 of those. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 there, and those are the lines of codes for each of the array declared. Okay, so we will now try out the program and see how it all works. So let's run it and see. If I enter, okay, first thing first, we must enter a day, flight date there. So let's say it's on the 14th of May 2017. Then aircraft type, let's go for maybe Airbus, maybe 310, and the registration number or call sign, we can call that Bravo Golf 090, and captain, let's say it is Captain Mohammed, and he's actually going from Algeria to, let's say, Lagos, and departure time from Algeria 0900, and arrive, let's say they arrive in Lagos at, let's go for maybe 3. I think that might be too much. Let's say about 5 hours, so let's go for about 1400 or 1430. Was it a single engine? No. Multi-engine? Yes, multi-engine, and as you can see, it's all day, so total hours in that case would be 5.3. Okay, so that is the total hours. Alright, so here we have nothing here, and we have nothing here as well. So if this, let's make that 5 hours. So landing, 1 landing, and if you have any comments, you can just enter it there, maybe direct flight, so non-stop, and click on that. So that gives us 5 hours. Okay, let's say Captain Mohammed on the following day, because they had to stop over in Lagos, actually took off from Lagos to South Africa, and the total hours of flight is together 8 hours there. So you can just add that to that, and that is it. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to now speed it up. Let's say we have another pilot here. Let's say it's Captain Paul Omen. Captain Paul is now in charge, so it's going from Lagos to London, and in this case we have total of 6 hours flight, and let's say London back to Lagos the following day. Right, we're talking about 6 hours flight, and these have to be this is 15 really. Okay, was there any night flight? No. 1 landing. Yeah, so now we have it for a different captain. Alright, so let's say the following day using the same airplane, or maybe a different airplane. So we're using 747 or 757. Let's say 747. and the registration number is 5 November Alpha Whiskey. So that's the registration number, and the captain as well is Paul, and so on. You just enter your details there. Let's say you're going from maybe London to New York, and your time of departed London, so time you get to New York maybe after about 6 hours. So this is the time you get to New York, and let's say you have 5 hours there, and multi-engine, and here you have 1 hour and 1 landing. Okay, you can always add that to your logbook, and that is how you create your own pilot logbook, okay, using Visual Basic. So what I would do now is just populate all of this, show it to you guys how it looks like, then I'll call it the end of the program. Okay guys, I finished populating the whole logbook apart from this, so we can just enter direct flight here. And that's all there is to it. So click on total. That's the total on this very page of the logbook is approximately 85 hours. Okay guys, with that I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you all enjoy it. So to my friend in Algeria, that's the end of your project. You can always improve on it though. Thank you for your request, and bye for now.